My name is Michelle, and I'm gonna telling you a story about Rapunzel. Now let's start with Once Upon a Time. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a young girl named Rapunzel. She was known throughout the kingdom for her long golden hair, which flowed like a waterfall down the tall tower she lived in. Rapunzel's story began many years ago when she was just a baby. Her parents, the king and the queen, were so happy that she was born. But when she was still a baby, the witch appeared, took the child away, and named her Rapunzel, after the plant her mother enjoyed eating. The witch raised Rapunzel in a tower deep in the forest. The tower had no doors or stairs, only a single window at its top. When the witch wanted to visit her, she was called up at the bottom of the tower, and she called up, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Rapunzel would let her long golden hair fall from the window, and the witch would climb up. Rapunzel grew into a beautiful young woman, but she was isolated from the world and had never seen another human beside the witch. She spent her days reading, painting, and singing songs that echoed through the forest. She had only one company. It was the forest animal who always visited her, and she named them all. There was Whisker the rabbit, Feather the bluebird, and Fluffy the squirrel. She loved them all. Now, as the story goes, there was a brave and kind-hearted prince who lived in a neighboring kingdom. He heard rumors of a beautiful girl locked away in a tower. One day, as he was riding through the forest on his white horse, he heard a sweet voice singing in the distance. The song was so beautiful that it drew him closer and closer in the tower. Flower, gleam and glow, make your power shine. Make the clock reverse, bring back what was mine. Heal what has been hurt, change the fate's design. Save what has been lost, bring back what was mine, what once was mine. The prince followed the sound of the singing until he found himself standing beneath Rapunzel's window. Rapunzel had never seen the prince before. She leaned out of her window, and her long golden hair tumbled down like a shiny robe. The prince couldn't take his eyes off her. She was so beautiful, and her voice sounded like music to him. Who are you? He called up. Rapunzel had never seen a prince before, so she was both nervous and happy. The prince had a warm face and kind smile. I'm Rapunzel. I've been trapped in here as long as I can remember. Who are you, and why did you come in here? The prince introduced himself and explaining that he was searching for a girl with the long golden hair. Rapunzel grew in excitement when he heard that he was searching for a beautiful girl with the long golden hair. As they talked, Rapunzel and the prince became good friends. Now, they shared stories, they laughed, and they realized they had a lot in common. Now, they planned to escape. But when the prince go back to his kingdom, the witch arrived to see Rapunzel. What is she doing? Now, the witch, when he When she climbed up at Rapunzel's hair, she slipped out the words, "Why are you so much heavier to pull up than the prince?" Frightened and furious, the witch cut Rapunzel's hair off and sent her far, far away to the tower. She planned something crazy. She tied up her hair into the tower and waiting the prince to came. The prince came into the tower that evening. One day, as he was climbing up to Rapunzel's hair, he noticed something. It wasn't Rapunzel. It was someone else. It was the witch. "Who are you?" he called up to her. "Fool! This was just Rapunzel's hair." The hair was tumbled down. The prince lost his balance and fell down. Patch of thorns scratched his eyes. Years by years passed by as he was riding white horse on the forest. He heard a familiar voice in the distance. He followed the sound until he realized it was Rapunzel. It was really Rapunzel. They hugged each other and realized the tears of Rapunzel fell down at the prince's eyes. His sight was restored. That same evening, they returned to the kingdom. As they were returning to the kingdom, they celebrate their union. The end. The moral value is don't give up.